Hey everyone, thank you for spending time with me again. If you do like videos and how they're edited and laid out and the way the videos are done, please do check out It's Entertainment in the description below. You'll see all the fantastic things that they can do. They also sell merchandise and different things, which is what we have. So we have our own merchandise like baseball caps, hats, t-shirts, anything like that you may like. Please do check out the description below. And thank you for spending time with me again. We have some great content coming up. Also, big shout out again to Worldwide Rosary, which is my sponsor, and also we do a lot of sponsors for the crisis team and Mind for the mental health practitioners out there, because that's one thing which people need a lot of help with. Anyway, God bless, and I hope you enjoy the content. Dominus Vobiscum, thank you so much for joining the channel again, guys. Today we're at St Mary and Magdalene's beautiful church. We're going to see a lovely lay minister called Stephanie today, and she's going to show us around this beautiful church. Hi Stephanie, and so yeah, could you give us a little bit of a rundown about the beautiful church here?
Yeah, well, this is St Mary Magdalene of Longfield, and this church has been here for many centuries. It does date back to around the 12th century, but parts of the church have been extended on over the centuries. It's a middle of the road church in terms of its worship. We do different styles of worship here. We don't just stick to one. We like to have a variety of services. So we do have like a high church worship, and we have very friendly family services. And so we try to think of things and ways in which we can cater for everybody that lives in and around in this community here.
That's fantastic.
So we do get a lot of baptisms because we don't have young babies and families actually in church. We are predominantly an older people's church. But we do have other groups and activities that come to the church. Today we've had our baby and toddler group, which has gone really, really well, and we often get requests there for baptisms.
That's fantastic.
So we've gone through our Christmas story, and obviously we're coming into the Christmas season, and we've got our little display of our nativity story that we've had this morning. And it's a lovely church. It's a very friendly, very welcoming church. I started to attend this church around 2015, and I've always found this place to be a very warm, welcoming, friendly place, lovely people. And it's also part of a group of churches. We are part of what's called the Rural Northwest Kent group of churches. There are 6 churches, which includes this church, St Mary's Church Forcombe, All Saints Church in Hartley, the Church Centre in Hartley. Then there's St Peter and St Paul Church in Ash, and we've got St Peter's Church in Ridley. So we do work across those 6 other places of worship as well as here, because I am a licensed lay minister here and to the group. So I take regular Sunday services, and I really do enjoy that, and I enjoy going across the group. It's nice to meet up with other people and just be part of a bigger family, which is really, really lovely to have. We've got 3 ministers in the group, and we have roughly around 8 to 10 lay ministers, so we can manage to make sure that every church in that group has a service on a Sunday morning. So that's a really good thing for us as well. And we do joint things together as well. We are still individual parishes and individual churches, but we do things where we will come together for group services, perhaps once or twice through the year. And so again, it gives it that bigger, wider family feel to it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so this is St Mary Magdalene, and it really is a beautiful church. One of our church stained glass windows got damaged in, so needed sorting out and cleaning up and repairing. And in the process of that, we found we actually had part of what would have been another stained glass window. So that's only been in place for a little while now. But that was a good find.
That's
a good
beautiful.
Find.
You can see it's absolutely amazing.
And so it's quite a nice church. Say it's been around for a long time, and you never feel you're on your own when you're in here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a lovely feeling.
I remember when we had the party here before Mason and Riley came. We were just here for ages, and it's beautiful. Absolutely, it's a really beautiful feeling when you're in here.
Yeah, it is. We do have a small choir that meets and sings with us, and we've got our resident organist Jane, who's excellent and leading our worship. There's a lot of life within these walls.
That's fantastic.
A lot of life within these walls, and I'm just glad to be just a small part in that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it's lovely. Really lovely. Sunday morning services, we generally have a leader of worship and a preacher. Sometimes one person has to do the two roles, but we do like to have different voices in the service. So when we enter into church, we'll process in, the choir lead us in, and the leader of the church will go and sit this side of to the organ to lead the service, and then the preacher will go to this side and sit with the choir so that they can enter into the pulpit to preach their message. And then obviously we've got the altar where we have our communion service, and people come forward to kneel at the rail and receive Holy Communion, and this is where the choir sit and sing the worship. They sing songs for us during the act of communion as well.
That's beautiful. See, I absolutely love the altar rail, because the big problem what they had with the Roman Church after Vatican II is they got rid of them, and there was a massive uproar. It's still going on today with the Roman Catholics, where they want to take it on the tongue and they've missed the altar rail. And what I love about the Church of England churches is a lot of them still have it. You've got a beautiful one in Rochester Cathedral, and it's such a shame that they've done that.
There is something nice about going forward to kneel at the communion rail to receive communion at the foot of the cross. That really does bring home the message and the power of the act of Jesus' death and resurrection being for us, the people, and so that we can receive that forgiveness and have that relationship with God in our daily, ordinary lives.
That is amazing.
It really is lovely to do that.
That is beautiful.
Really is lovely to do that. And it's a real privilege for me as a lay minister to be able to assist at that communion as well, and offer people the blood of Christ that was shed for them. That really is a privilege, and I really do enjoy that aspect of the worship service and that part of ministry. And I also enjoy preaching. And I just love serving God in that way, and the people, and just trying to help people perhaps understand some of the Bible that perhaps isn't so easy to understand, that they can then actually take that on board and live that out in their daily lives. So, that is a real privilege, And another privilege I have is I'm an Anna chaplain as well as a lay minister, and I'm privileged to be able to take Holy Communion to people in their own homes if they can no longer get to church, or if they're now moved into residential or nursing homes. We have 3 in Longfield, and I have the privilege of being able to go in there once a month to each of them to hold a little service and take communion to those who, as I say, can no longer get to a service on a Sunday. And that's a real privilege, because you're journeying and accompanying people who are very much in that last stage of their lives.
Yes.
And to be able to spend that time with them and take that spirituality to them, and to let them know that they've not been forgotten. God never forgets anybody, and he loves everyone, and for me that's a real privilege. And Anna Chaplaincy is a specific ministry to older people, and especially those with dementias, and also to those who care for them, whether they are carers in a care home setting or whether they're members of the family caring for their loved ones. And it's an absolute privilege, and I really enjoy that. So I do spend a lot of my time in the community, because we are there not just for people of faith, we are there for people who have no faith, who have only perhaps a little faith, or have a very strong faith. We're there for everybody, and this church is very much about community and being there for the community, supporting the community, and offering whatever we can to help people in the community.
It's been absolutely fantastic meeting Stephanie today and having a good look around this beautiful church, and it's absolutely amazing. And I've got a habit of jelly flecking, so I do apologise for all the Church of England Protestants out there if you wonder what I'm doing. But I love the altar rail, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's absolutely amazing church. It's a beautiful stained glass window in here, and it just seems very homely. And you also have lovely sister chapel, which I'm going to quickly show you as well, just down here. And here is the sister chapel. It's beautiful. Anyway, God bless. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Brian, and look forward to seeing you all soon on my new adventure. God bless.